Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am cooking food for freezing for my mother today. So I thought I would show you what I'm making, at least this part. I am going to boil some beef that I will later freeze. And since I can't cut and talk at the same time, I think I'm going to just cut. Then I'll explain to you what I'm doing and why. Okay, this looks like enough to get her through the week because I will also be freezing other things for her. I'm going to be doing some pork and she still has some ham from last week. I just cut my beef into chunks about this size. You can cut them smaller, bigger, whatever you want to do. I have some water boiling. This isn't the ideal way to show you, but I just use a spatula so I can, drop the meat in there without burning myself. It keeps my hands a little bit further away from the hot water. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and some beef base. Or you could just use a bouillon cube. I'm just sprinkling some in there for flavor. And that's it. Now I'm going to watch this, and as it boils, I'm going to turn it down, cover it, and let it simmer for like maybe an hour and a half, and it'll be done. Okay, that's already right back up to a boil. Don't leave it alone at this point because you don't want it to boil over. So I'm turning it down to 5. I'm going to let that boil stop a little bit, and then I'm going to put a cover and show you what I do. Okay, this has calmed down a lot, so I feel safe to put my cover on. My cover has little holes for steam. If you don't have a cover with that, you can just tip your cover. So now I'm going to wait and see if that comes back up to a nice strong simmer and does not boil over. So I'm going to watch it for a few minutes. Alright, oops, I need a pot holder. Hang on. I let that boil for a good 5 minutes with the cover. It's not boiling over, so I am going to leave it on 5 for now and let that boil like that for like half an hour. Then I'll probably turn it down a little bit and let it just simmer for another hour. Okay, this has simmered like this on number 5 for 30 minutes. I am going to turn it down to like 3. I'm just going to let it simmer for another hour and it'll be done. You do want to check, your water. If your water gets low, what I do is I boil some water on another burner and then I pour it in so you don't lose your simmer. We are done. I just want to show you the beef. And I can guarantee you that is very tender. And this is a rump roast, a cheap cut of beef. My mother loves the fat, so I always leave the fat. You can trim the fat if you want. What I do is I'm just going to freeze these chunks for her. She thaws them. She can add them in soup. She likes to chop them up and make a sandwich spread. She loves beef sandwich spread. It just adds a little bit of mayo and mustard. Or she just can have it with baked potato or whatever. And, I'm going to keep the broth this time. I will take all these out and thicken this a little bit. And it'll make a nice gravy. I would show you a gravy recipe, but right now today I have a lot of different things going on. So maybe I can do that the next time. I will be showing you a freezing video later, so come back for that. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!